They're pretty happy about that. Pinkies, Hazers, Midnight Wisps, and Oceanics. The Hazers get off to a lead. Watch down below, though. Are they going to be able to hold it? Yes, they will. From the start, we've often seen so many marbles that get into the lead early have been able to hold on to it if they stay off the wall. Pinky's back behind, not able to do that.
Jak ten gość potrafi to komentować,
So
to
right
chyba
now it's just a battle
potrafi wszystko skomentować.
out in front, but closing that gap ever so slightly. And then losing a little bit in the final section. The Oceanics can only come
Oceanics.
now to the final. Who will get gold in the first event? The Savage Speeders, the Snowballs, Oceanics, and the Hazers. Off they go. Savage Speeders take the lead, but here come the Oceanics. They've got it back. The Hazers, are they going to have anything? No, they won't.
No, they won't! Ale kibice się wściekli.
With a lot of pride. To do that, they had to fight back. Look at the start that the Savage Speeders got, but they were not deterred. They kept down the middle. That little nudge off the wall might have been just enough to derail the hopes of the Savage Speeders and enough actually to kick them back into third place.
Dobry jest.
No, dobry.
So congratulations.
Ekranik mają.
Oceanics pick up gold and are off.
Na pewno.
Zaangażowanie. Tylko wiesz, trybunową ustawiać kamerę to nie jest takie proste, nie? Są ci, tacy co rozdają nagrody.
Nagrodowy.
Prezydent jakiś. Znicz, no kurde.
Take a look at the overall standings. Oceanics come in.
No, ale coś to zajmie znowu dużo czasu i energii.
I kulek.
I hajsu, ale kulki nie są tanie.
Be sure to subscribe for more as the Winter Marble Olympics have just begun.
Ale zobacz, to jest kurde, ale to jest...
Wesoły śnieg nawet.
No, to jest na, że tak powiem, na żywca. Jest prawdziwy śnieg.
No.
Representing the teams and get one chance at it. So all of the
Kurde, aż mi polałem. Emocje.
they put into this, it all comes down
co się dzieje?
to this. You see that Olympics record line and
Kurwa,
Midnight Wisps are not going to get anywhere close to that.
No, żyli.
Bolto from the Thunderbolts does significantly better. I think it's going to be beyond 115. Yes, it is 116. Bolts having a
Ciężko
decent
będzie mi ją
showing in the
przewinąć
last event.
teraz.
Nie no, to złazik to wygra.
In the game.
Różówka, koła słabo.
Conditions pretty good here today. Not a heck of a lot of wind that can
Pinky
disrupt
winky.
the marbles too much, or on which Pinky
Ale że
will be able to
14,7
blame them.
dokładnie wiedział.
No.
Yellow from the
Ma
belly
jakieś
yellows.
mierniki, kurwa.
And that was significantly better. Did that also break 115? Ah, right on the dot. 115.0.
A ile za ten, za wiatr od jej?
Take a look
A
at
gdzie jest telemark?
first four that have gone so far, and it's Bolto from the Thunderbolts leading the way.
Ale gość rzeczywiście gdzieś w górach mieszka.
Defending champion, the Rangers with Mandarin in the top now. He comes, and that was very close.
Chyba, że specjalnie
That is
pojechał.
very near the 120 mark at least. Maybe not the Marble Olympics record. No, 119.1. So it's a little bit short, but that is good enough for the tentative lead so far. Smoggy from the Hazers, the team that got the silver medal in the first event, and that's going to
Ja
be very close
pomarańczowym
to the
zawsze
record.
kibicowałem.
Mogę niebieski.
Slow-mo, oh, just short. 120.3. Ah, 4 millimeters back. Oh, and that is well. It's, that's got to be difficult.
Ale cienko,
Right
110.
after a marble that has such a good jump as that.
Jakie ujęcia w ogóle, nie?
Speedy from the Savage Speeders, our bronze medalists from the last event. They needed a little bit more
Myśmy nie
speed
dali rady
and
czegoś
height
takiego
on that one.
zrobić. Nie miała
Very
bota.
shallow angle
Nie
coming in.
brakuje.
It just clears 110, but
No
doesn't
nie
get
mam
much
śniegu.
beyond it.
Bo...
Halfway through. Smoggy from the
Zaraz,
Hazers leads the way over the O'Rangers, but still a lot of marbles left to come. Is anybody going to break that Marble Olympics record? Oceanics are not going to do it. Our gold
Oceanics.
medalists from the 5-meter dash are not even going to reach 115. Take a look and analyze that launch. A lot of speed coming off the ramp, but the angle may have been just a little bit off. Galactic, they're going to be in that same range. by the
Pola
look of it.
lotu dobra, ale by się z progu spóźnił.
113.6.
Źle się odkulkował.
Yeah, now remember, there are still points on offer. It's not just getting the medal and that's it. You have to be in the standings throughout this whole event for a chance at being the Marble Olympics champions. Obviously, some medals would be nice.
Rzekłem.
Kurwa, no.
Ty nawet na live?
Ale co? Ja nic nie słyszałem.
Ja też nie.
A little bit left of center.
Kto słyszy, ten pierdzi.
To pierwszy poczuł, ten wyprodukował.
The Hazers still in lead.
Wygodna
Momo
zasada.
Mo for Team Momo. That's not a bad jump, really. That's also going to be in that 115 mark. Ah, it's a little bit short of that, actually. The spray had me fooled. Snowstorm from the snowballs here. What can the hosts do? 114.6, so they're going to be kind of mired in the pack with several others who are right around that range. The penultimate jump. Yellow Eye from Crazy Cat's Eye, and that's going to be very close to the record. Take a look and see here. Oh, just a little bit short. Okay, 119.2. So several have been flirting with that one. Balls of Chaos, the last chance here. Can they get the lead? And I think they did. That could be a new record.
No, kurwa.
121.0.
O, kurwa,
Było
jebaniutki.
jebnięte, kurwa.
Kurwa, Grażyna.
Ale jakie ujęcie na publikę.
No. Gwizdy w ogóle, wiesz.
Some of the Bulldogs came up from the Pelican State. Welcome to the Marble Olympics, Bulldogs from Louisiana. We are
Chaos.
glad to have you. And what an event you just witnessed.
A, złoto piękne, zasłużone.
Balls of Chaos, kind of a goal. The Hazers getting another medal to their credit, their second
Moi mają
silver in a
drugie.
row. With Crazy Cat's Eye
pomarańczowi
picking up
gdzieś
the
tam.
bronze.
Są nigdzie.
No.
Oh, Rangers in fourth, Thunderbolts, Mellow Yellow.
Czwarci są, Rangers, prawie najgorsze miejsce, kuźwa. 119,1, a ci mają
Take a look at the
119,2.
updated standings so far after two medal rounds, and it is the Hazers
No i
on
mają
top
medali.
with their two silver medals.
Trzecia
But we're
pozycja,
only
spadek
two
w wyje.
Olympics, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss.
Team Mono, weź wybierz Team Mono.
Dobra.
Jest ostatni.
Na tym mono.
Halfpipe.
We welcome you back inside the Arctic Circle for the next event of the 2018 Winter Marble Olympics, the halfpipe. The goal, to stay in the halfpipe as long as possible. So you want your marbles to be higher up.
W ogóle jaki ten!
The line quickest. Minty Maniacs doing a
Co
decent
za
job of that right now,
fascynujące,
but look
kurwa,
at that
ten.
gap.
No, halfpipe to jest, wiesz, na snowboardzie jak robią te triki takie, nie?
Minty Maniacs, they've done enough.
Pojedynczo warto dodać.
No.
At the start. So 3. The Mellow Yellows are going
Jak
to
oni punkty tutaj
Właśnie,
przydzielają?
nie
watch the
wiem.
replay.
Może chyba, że dodają te
The
czasy.
slowest 3 times
Aha,
each of the team's marbles will count toward the final standings. We'll have 2 rounds,
Jakie w ogóle
and the
plansze
overall
mają,
top
że...
time will get the victory.
Ile oni
Team
mają
Galactic and the
subów?
Thunderbolts now.
Wszystko.
Round 1 in these heats. And the Thunderbolt, look at that one. All the way, almost to the top of the half pipe. That should be a huge time advantage. Everybody else is finished. There he comes across the line. And Thunderbolt win that
Across the
one
line.
easily by a second and a half.
No, ale go odjebało na koniec.
Bo sobie pomogli, kurwa, jeden drugiego popchnął.
Far up the ramp.
No.
Ale strać do
A bo
własnego
to moja
wyjazdu.
drużyna, bo
Some
to
of these teams
Oceanics,
got to
kurwa.
test the ice on the half pipe earlier in the friendly round. Also in the training runs before a lot of the crowd reached the stadium. It's paying dividends for the Thunderbolts so far. They are in the lead. Crazy Cat's Eye and a good cheer from the audience for the Snowballs.
To jakieś mieszane?
It's Crazy Cat's Eye putting
Yeah.
2
Trzymają
back
go z
there compared
takiego
to 1 for the
oszu.
Snowballs, and Snowballs catching Green Eye. Across the line they come. This will be close. 26-7-9. Crazy Cat's Eye get the victory. They got 3 marbles far down there. The Snowballs do.
No ale wiesz, idą równo, a nie jak tam ci niebiescy, nie?
Keeps ticking for the back ones, and the time gets
To
added
była
on.
jakaś wyjebka.
See, they're
No.
almost all across the line. One more Cat's Eye to go, and then the last Snowball. Hazers and the Limers. Boy, one of the talking points early on in these Marble Olympics has been the success so far of the Hazers.
No, ci bardziej zbici, nie?
No,
Polecieli od
Silver
razu.
medals to their credit over the first 2 events of this game, and
no, chyba coś tam zawalczyć, te niebieskie.
victory.
No.
26-7-0 by 1600ths of a second over the Limers. See those 2 Limers just going off the screen to the right there. They're going to cross the line early. So you kind of count. 1 of the Hazers, 2 of the Limers, now 2 of the Hazers. And finally across they come. You know, all of the things that you see, the gaps with your eyeball, can be a little bit deceiving when you finally look at the times. There we have the current standings so far. 26-8-1 is as close as anybody can come to the 28-3-2 of the Thunderbolts. Rangers and Momo here in heat 5 of 8.
A, bo to są drużyny mieszane.
Down they come. Ooh, and briefly there, Momo was looking in good shape. They would have had 3 marbles back behind with only 1 Ranger behind them. As it is right now, they're going to cross the line. And I think
No, Rangersi, kurczę, ci
it's a
pomarańczowi
tie.
to
Oh my goodness, it is a tie.
cięcy jak.
And you see that bolded number down there because the Rangers were the last to cross the line. They will get awarded the victory. And we count the 4th marble's time. Amazing, with all the chaos that you see going back and forth with these marbles seesawing, that it is still enough to be a tie. It's amazing. Raspberry Racers and the Oceanics now. Raspberry Racers, they position 2 up top. But the first 2 are way down there. How's this going to work out between them? Well, look at the spread. It's actually not going to be a bad spread, but did the Raspberry Racers do enough with those top 2 marbles? Yes, they did. 28-10. They become just the 2nd team to break that 28-second barrier.
Da się rozjechali.
Close to the Thunderbolts. That is a pretty good run. You also wonder in the first round of this, how many are playing it safe? How many are easing up a little bit? They don't want to expend too much energy before you get into the final round.
That was very quiet.
Savage Speeders and the Midnight Wisps. Midnight Wisps, look at those 3 that they've got back there. It's a pretty good gap. Watching the
pretty
sets,
good gap.
all of the Savage Speeders are done. Then come the Midnight Wisps, and that should be an easy victory. 28-4-7. Another time above the 28-second mark, and they did it with some good strategy, just in lockstep for most of that run. Got a little side-by-side there, but you don't want to really utilize the draft. So you don't want to see them line astern the whole way down because you're trying to be as slow as possible. Balls of Chaos and the Pinkies in the final heat of round 1. Balls of Chaos establishing themselves pretty well on this one. Already some of the Pinkies are going to be finishing. 3 Balls of Chaos come across with 1 Pinky in between. And 29-4-9. We have a new leader. Balls of Chaos have claimed the top spot and have broken 29 seconds. That is unbelievable. Even though they had that little bump right there from the Pinkies,
Coś im
that
zaraz
did not push their speed up too much. Not sure if that was intentional, but I would imagine not. All right. Taking a look. Balls of Chaos, Midnight Wisps, and the Thunderbolts lead the way as we move to round 2. Galactic and the Minty Maniacs. Minty Maniacs and the Galactics both sending a marble way up high. The Minty Maniacs taking their time, but look at this gap.
Jest, kurwa! Niebiescy, kurwa, wygrali, kurwa.
A tu nie ma niebieskich.
The Minty Maniacs.
Szarzy, kurwa.
In this one. Now, obviously, you're looking at time differentials as well.
Ja pierdolę, bym
Not always worried about the head matchups. You're trying to do your best personal.
Teraz znalazłeś koniec internetu.
A long time for that team to like.
Jesteśmy na samym końcu, kurwa. Za nami już nic nie ma. Nie będzie już niczego.
Kurwa, wiesz, za nami już tylko Niemcy i Rosja.
Sulik zbiera,
Ej, ale jak równo idą, patrz, 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 kurwa, patrz. Patrz, zobacz, patrz.
Jak równo, jak idą nierówno.
Ale w sensie, że żaden nie wywalił do końca, nie? Tylko jest
No
ten.
kurwa, nie umieją grać drużynowo.
Jebani.
Bez ligi jest
Elegancko. No.
Crazy Cat's Eyes and the Hazers.
No tutaj za tymi jestem.
In the blocks, down they go.
No tymi.
Hazers bumping into each other with those backwards.
No i są wszyscy tymi.
Ale no za tymi.
Trying to be slow as possible.
Kurwa, cienko.
I don't know about that one. Now the Hazers do it again. 26-8-1. Hazers just head to head are so tough to beat. Be interested to see how their storyline develops over the course of this Marvel Olympics because honestly they're surprising a lot of people right now.
No.
Limers and the Rangers.
No tu jestem za Rangersami, to nie ma w ogóle, wiesz.
O Rangersami?
No. No
Przejebały,
kurwa.
kurwa, no.
Nie, no zielony jest na końcu.
No.
Ale patrz!
Ten, który jest na końcu, który najdłużej,
Oni
nie?
mierzą 3 ostatnie wyniki.
To distance them just a little bit, and by 2/100ths of a second, they get the victory. That last
Patrz.
little nudge ended up being the difference.
A właśnie to skurwysyn.
That back limer was
Co za kurwa oszuści.
No,
at
to
one
było
point
dobre.
coming up here, about to
No.
pass the Rangers, and then
Ale
there, that
urwał.
little nudge.
Kadetem teraz.
broke
I
the
cyk
momentum
dwójeczka.
like to the relief.
Krzychu.
Lime time!
Kadetem
Out there
teraz.
watching for prime time. Our standings in round
Rangers
two.
w
Minty
czwarci
Maniacs
znowu,
lead the way
kurwa.
in front of Galactic
Tyle
and the
pieniędzy
Lasu.
postawiłem,
This is only
kurwa.
round two
Ile?
times.
No dużo, no.
No ile,
Wow.
kurwa?
No nic,
6,
no.
7
No
złotych?
nic, no. Kurwa.
Uwaga, mój
Momo's got the
team
back marble
Momo.
for now.
Czy tam kurwa mumio.
Look at that pair for
Co?
Momo, also trying to get behind
No,
that raspberry
co
raisin.
powiedziałeś?
Not going to be able to do
Momo.
it.
Team
Did
Momo.
Momo hold on long enough?
A, Team
Yes,
Momo,
they did.
to wygrał.
27-40.
A już lepiej czy gorzej?
Matchup and move up a little bit in the overall
A Team
standings.
Momo to ci zieloni.
To oni są.
No to chujowo.
Right center of the screen there. And I think they're trying their best to let that
Nie wiem, czy
raspberry
chodzi o to,
raisin
żeby
in front of
szybciej
them.
czy później?
Nie, później.
Good job by the racers. Put on the brakes a little bit and hold off, but it was not quite enough. They couldn't do anything about that back marble. 6 of 8.
Oceanics.
Oceanics and the
Oceanics.
Savage Speeders. Ooh, some contact coming down there, and the Savage Speeders have 2 of theirs back behind, but also 2 out in
Kurwa, bo
front.
przegrałem, nie?
Take a
So
long time for
the
Savage
leaders.
Speeders to get down there. I think that should be enough. 28-6-8. And that puts them up into second place. Not a bad strategy. Really to put those
Strategy.
4 marbles all right in the middle, but you can't
But.
do anything about those back 2 marbles the farther down you get. And look at how slowly they were moving. Yes, I realize this is also slow motion, but just sashaying their way down the course, taking their time. That's enough
Chaos,
to give them that victory in a pretty good time, too. Midnight Wisp.
Jajca chaosu, kurwa.
Just put down 28-4-7 in the first round. Good enough right now for third place. And they better it. Look at that big grouping in front as they cross the line. This will be close. 26-3-5
dobry
and
mecz.
26-1-6. It
No,
did end
próbował
up
się
being
tam
those last
odbić.
2 marbles that made all the difference.
Ręka była.
Ręka.
Spalony.
Ręka, noga, mózg na
Back and
ścianie.
forth. I imagine it's kind of hard to
Dotknął
change
go.
your inertia, your angle, whatever it might be when you're working down this course and all of that traffic is around you. There's really no separation to be had. Pinkies and Mellow Yellow in the final heat of round 2. Down they come. Pinkies have the back 2. And they stretch that gap. They are. Yes, they are. Using each other to slow themselves down. And the Pinkies come away with the victory by well over half a second. But it's not going to be enough to dethrone any of the top 3. 2 of them saw those 2 right in front of them and realized that they were going to have to work together because they started to close the gap. But by working together a little bit, bumping, slowing down that momentum, they stayed in the half pipe just long enough. So that means the balls of chaos.
Moja drużyna z ostatniego awansowała na 4.
No i pomarańczowi są niżni.
28-6-8 and the Midnight Wisp
Zacząłem być szkodą
28-4-7.
drużyną od razu
Just miss out on the podium with Raspberry Racers back
To
behind.
weź
Pinkies,
ten.
Oceanics and the
Za
Pinky
moimi.
Maniacs back in 8. Momo and Mellow Yellow.
Kibicuj.
Jak to są twoi?
So balls
Nie
of chaos
pamiętam.
pick up their
A, no dobra, to
second
są za
gold medal of the games. Peter Silver.
Niech mają lepszy wynik.
Bronze.
Dobra, idziemy spać.
No, idziemy?
Them
Kończymy? No.
back on top this early on in the Marble Olympics. Balls of chaos